everybody. Chandra's not here yet. She is in the room of the indisposed place. You know, what am I saying? Tonight's a different night. She's in the potty, okay? It does give us a little bit of a chance here to get things started. Get those questions coming in. Ask us the weird thing. Ask us the weird thing. It doesn't matter what it is. I did put some precautions in place. You do have to be a subscriber to put comments in the box for at least 5 minutes. And slow the chat down just a little bit. Oh, lovely people are already here. We've got Andy. Andy's here. You are so welcome for those files. It was Cindy was trying to email them to you and to me. I mean, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. So I have that Google Drive, so I just set that stuff up, and it makes transferring files to each other so much easier. Oh, let's see. Evelyn is here. Hello, Evelyn.
What are you driving the Google about?
Google Drives.
What about it?
It's a drive that holds files. Let me get some of that too.
Are you chilly?
It is chilly today.
It is cold in the house.
It's okay. I would rather be chilly than hot.
Did you move the chair back on accident?
I did not.
Oh, we're hitting a broom. Of course, there's a broom.
Her vehicle is parked behind her couch.
My broom. Hilarious.
I'm funny, okay?
I'm in my Nightmare Before Christmas jammas.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting for Halloween to come. Bruce is visiting. He says hi. Hi, guys. Here, where's your face? There. Hi. Oh, you hate me for that, don't you?
He's like, I want to be up here, and I want them to try to see me, but I don't want them to actually see me.
Right. What's everybody up to? Hi. Welcome. I'm Chandra. I have a soda.
Good to meet you.
It's one I opened yesterday and surprisingly still has bubbles, but only mostly tastes like tin can.
Scott here says, good evening from Nebraska, my friends.
Good evening.
Nebraska is where he resides. That's his domicile is located there.
Have we driven through there?
Yes, we have.
I thought so.
He's not far off of I-80, so we would have driven not far from his house. Long time ago.
And Thor has joined us as well.
All right, Charlie has a question. He goes, what's the weirdest food, keto or otherwise, you've eaten?
Oh. The weirdest food? You did make that pudding out of egg yolks.
Out of the boiled eggs?
Out of boiled eggs.
That's not that weird. I
didn't think it was bad, actually. It tasted kind of like custard.
Yeah, I'm going to try it. There's another one to make out of scrambled eggs. You lightly scramble them, like, they're not...
Oh, yeah, I can't...
Not slimy, but to where they're not, like, hard and brown like you like yours.
Yeah, I like mine done till they're dead.
I mean, you just want to get them to where they're done, but still kind of soft, so you can mix them up and all that stuff. Yeah.
Done.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, weirdest food. Sushi's not really weird for anybody anymore. It's kind of commonplace. We do eat sushi.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a minute. It's usually a once-a-year thing.
Yeah, a few more times than that, depending on time frame, you know what I'm saying?
What else? I mean, when I was a kid, I've had escargot.
We've had squid. We've had octopus.
I had shark fin soup as a child, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, I've never had shark fin soup.
Escargot was interesting. So we were in Paris, and I tried it. And it's very, very much like you've seen the Pretty Woman, where she throws the damn thing. Hi, Pookie.
Chunky Monkey's on the stream.
Throws the squid. She throws the snail across the room and somebody else catches it. It's very much like that. Those little boogers will just away from you. But I did not like them. They tasted like dirt to me. My mom used to make linguine with clam sauce. That was her favorite thing to make. I don't like clams either or oysters. To me, they all taste like dirt.
I don't know. I mean, I've been adventurous, but not like I just haven't been a lot of places to try anything super duper weird.
Oh.
I think I've had blood sausage.
Oh, my neighbors when I was a kid growing up were from Trinidad and Tobago, and they would make blood pudding. I never ate it. It always looked questionable. And I'm a very picky person, but
I don't know. I have to think on that one for a little bit. Andy says the nails are still sparkly.
oh, his are beauty. I got mine today. Completed. All the lovely colors. Yes, and some of the finger. It's fine.
Yeah, I've been trying to slowly peel them off the fingers. Some of them were like all the way up to here.
Unfortunately, I'll have to clean mine off before Friday because I have to work on the day of fries.
Evelyn says Carl and I are listening while we are shopping at Aldi.
Well, we like Aldi. Well, you like Aldi.
You don't go any. She used to go shopping with me.
I don't grocery shop anymore. I Goodwill, I eBay, I work, and I go to the pool with a kid. And those are all the things.
You take her to Target.
And if we go to Target, we're prepared to drop like a couple $100. Last time we went, she got school shoes, some outfits, and did she get a book or toys? I can't remember.
Both.
Both,
Yeah.
all of the above. So she's, it's hard for Ma to not buy her the things. I
All the photos with all the mannequins.
Yes, we take all the photos with all of her friends. She loves the mannequins.
Andy says she learned that Element Raw is not so bad. Very surprising. Well, that's what I like, the Element Raw, and I also like the salty clean slate.
Raw. Oh, unflavored. I was like, raw.
Clean slate is
to it?
basically the same, but with more magnesium and more potassium.
Hmm.
So I think it's a better value.
No.
And it's cheaper.
You do a lot of the electrolyte drinks. I typically take one with me to work on work days.
And I make one for you here and there.
I don't typically choose them. I do like the is it Element that has a raspberry salt?
Yes.
I like that one when you add a couple of lime packs to it.
Yeah, we go through those the Truly Lime or whatever they are. Like we get the 500 box.
And go through the individual packs of it.
We're about ready to buy another box.
I was gonna say, I wonder if they just have like a jar of it and you can just use a spoonful.
No, they just sell them in like packs of 30 for like $6.
Yeah.
And we get packs of 500 for $25.
Yeah. Well,
we got another one coming in August, but I may have to order one before then.
Yeah, you have eye boogers. Come here. Oh, quick.
Sean is here. Good evening. Good evening, Sean.
Thank you for joining us. I'm attacking a cat.
Scott says, got to get the workout done. I should have done it this morning, but I slept in. Just wanted to say hi. I will jump back on after DDP is done yelling at me.
Nice. Oh, we got a cat's coughing. Probably going to hawk up a fur ball.
Ugh.
Dang him. We changed cat foods a while back, and it seemed to help.
It does help.
Balls and vomiting and all that kind of stuff.
They just do them a lot less.
But man, he still hacks up a bunch of fur balls.
Well, fur doesn't go away. They still lick all their fur up.
But the other one, he doesn't hardly ever do it. It's always Bruce. Bruce is a troublesome cat. He just is.
Andy says it's day 3 of Triple B&E, doing quite well. Triple B&E.
Glad you're enjoying it.
Triple B&E as a challenge is just not fun. But if I'm just going day to day and that's what I eat, I'm fine. But as soon as I turn it into a challenge, no,
I didn't enjoy it, but I also can't tolerate bacon.
But you don't. The thing is, you don't need to eat bacon.
I know, but then you've eliminated one out of your 4 choices.
Yeah.
Beef, butter, eggs. Then you've got BBE.
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 There's something wrong with you.
Is there? It's because I'm with you. That's what's wrong with me.
I always said I would never trust someone who would actually be with me. Red flag.
What can I say? I'm into weird.
Is it lime juice or it's the crystals?
Yeah, the little powder.
I've got a couple little boxes. I think I got a box of the grapefruit and I got a box of the lemon and a box of orange.
We can try all the other ones. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
We've just been using the lime, so I'm used to it.
But I like it because I think the lime goes better with more flavors.
It's nice and it's tart, and I like tart.
And we'll get these lemon things, like the crystal clear lemons from
Walmart.
And you put like 4 packets of the lime in a big 30-ounce cup of water, and you a nice hearty squeeze of the lemon, and it's like
it's very
it's so
very
good.
Puckery good.
Yeah. You grew up on pucker.
I do a lot of puckery things.
I don't even know what that means. What does that even mean, y'all?
What does that even mean?
This is your opportunity to ask us weird stuff.
I don't want to know what's happening in your head. I really don't. It's terrifying in there. I get a glimpse occasionally.
She just looks at me like, oh God, I've made so many bad choices.
There are days that I definitely do.
Like this morning.
Oh, this morning. I swear.
You woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
Wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. You were just
here
breathing.
Yeah.
You were breathing, and it was a problem, and I was not okay with it.
I'm in the bathroom. She's like, "Are you almost done?" And I'm like, "What did I do to you?"
Well, I mean, you were there. The light was on. I love how you're like,
I close the door.
No, you don't.
And I don't turn the bright light on.
You don't close the door. You mostly close the door.
Well, your stuff's in the way.
If you close the door, the light won't wake me, but the light wakes me, and I'm like, grr.
Daytime anyway.
Grr.
She said, "Do you put the lime in the coconut?"
Yes, and then it makes them boat up the lime and the coconut. Oh, I need to watch Practical Magic again.
Who is your celebrity crush?
That's
what Charlie's asking.
Probably Ryan Reynolds.
I mean,
I think just straight off the bat, but okay. Old school. Sean Connery still has a place in my heart. I would never throw that man out of bed.
Get excited and water the plants at his grave.
I mean, shut up. He is you're so gross. He just, the accent. Rod Stewart also falls into that category of old men who I would be like, okay, sure. You know, Rod Stewart, Jean-Luc Picard,
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart too. Oh, these old men.
What about Logan Wolverine?
I don't really like him.
No?
No, he plays his part well, and I like him as the Wolverine.
But I like him as a person?
No, I'm not attracted to Hugh Jackman. He is not an attractive man to me. I'm sure there are plenty of people who will disagree, but he is not an attractive man to me.
I don't know. Mine kind of shifts back and forth.
Yeah.
Like I had a big crush on Kat Dennings for a long time.
Yeah, you like those big booby girls.
It's not a big surprise.
Voice would irritate the hell
Well, there's
out
that
of me.
too. Yeah, she's now married to Andrew WK.
Who is Andrew Dice Clay?
No, Andrew WK.
I don't know who that is.
He's a rock star. He was I think he was on Ozfest or something like that. And I remember I was talking with Sully, who was the tour manager for Hatebreed outside of Deer Creek. And he was like, "Yeah, man, we all wanted to hate him, but we just couldn't. He was too cool." And I'm like, "All right." But yeah, she married him. That doesn't mean like the celebrity crush doesn't stop. I don't know. I can't think of growing up, I had crushes on Alyssa Milano and
sense.
Elizabeth Shue.
I don't know.
Do you know who that is, right?
I know who that is. I never...
But like from The Karate Kid and Adventures in Babysitting.
I didn't like the personality that she had was super boring. Like I would.
What do I care?
If I were a boy in our age group, I would have been all for Some Kind of Wonderful, the girl who played the drums.
Yeah, her too. Yeah. Mary Stuart
Masterson.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
That was
to be her.
That was one of my favorite movies.
And Eric Stoltz is one of the I can't say ugliest because that's not fair to him. He is not an attractive man. And yet in that movie, all you wanted was that man. It was like, how did John Hughes make this boy
John Hughes
attractive?
is just that
How
movie.
did they make that guy attractive? Because he's not
Have you
an
guys ever seen
attractive
Some Kind
man.
of Wonderful?
Oh, it's one of my
It's one of the
favorite
most
movies.
underrated John Hughes films.
One of my favorite movies.
Yes.
It's just amazing.
Was it John Aston is in? He plays the dad.
You know.
What's her name is in it too, from like Back to the Future and Howard the Duck.
Yeah, but I don't know her name. But anyway. Yeah,
She was cute.
I definitely think for crushes, Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
my top. I used to be into the lead singer for Maroon 5, but they've kind of I'm just not a fan of their music anymore. I used to like their really old stuff, and I don't really like any of their newer stuff. So the crush with him is kind of lost. And then as a kid growing up, oh, that's hard because I don't really. Oh, cat. Probably Keanu Reeves when I was a kid.
Oh,
Because he
did you
was
like Pauly Shore?
no. Well, I mean, I thought he was funny,
Weasel.
but I didn't like him. Like, oh, Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser was a top one. You little butthead, you clawed the crap out of me. I'm bleeding. All right.
Dum dum da dum da 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 da.
Yes, now I'm gonna die from it.
Okay. Sean's asking, what was your favorite video game or gaming system growing up?
Okay. So my brother was a super computer dude and still is. And we started with the Atari, and I think we had both versions thereof. And then we had on the computer, we had things like Leisure Suit Larry.
Those are adult games.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
had a lot of those games on the computer that we played. And then he got the original Nintendo and then N64. All of the like every time there was a new system he came out, he got a new system. So I liked the Super Nintendo, but I was absolutely terrible at it. I'm still pretty bad at video games just in general.
They're just really bad now.
Well,
Like they're just so more complicated now.
yeah. There was a time when right before having kids and then while my kids were still little that I was very good at Tekken, and I could do it on the Xbox, but there was actually a grocery store near where we lived at the time that had one of the stand-up um arcade game Tekken, and I could go in there and put my name on the board every time. And I was super into it, and it was a lot of fun.
I had an Atari to start things out, an Atari 2600, and my favorite game on that was Defender. And then I got a Nintendo, and I like Nintendo, but I can't remember. I mean, like Ninja Gaiden was a good game for me on that system. I had a Sega Genesis, and then I liked like Sonic and stuff like that. And then we at Dad's house at Sammy's, we had a Super Nintendo with NBA Jam. Oh, that was a fun game.
I lost at I killed Mario so many times. There should be a warrant out for me. And playing Duck Hunt was so much fun, and I was so bad at it. I still have bad aim, but I enjoyed those.
Let's see. So Andy's asking, did you have any teacher crushes in K through 12? I had a crush in first grade on Miss Thomas's TA. She was like a student teacher. So she was like a fresh out of college. I would say cute young little thing, but I was what, 6? You know what I mean? I was like, I remember telling her, "You're pretty," and she was like, "Thank you." You know, I'm like, I'm 6. What am I gonna do? I don't have any money.
That's the game you brought.
I mean, I don't have a car or nothing. You know, can't really take you out.
I don't think I remember having any teacher crushes. But I do remember crushes on kids that I was like middle and high school with.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I never want to mention any of that because you never know, they might be watching.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about
I run into people from high school now. I just ran like at a show last week. I ran into a person from high school that I haven't seen since high school.
I very rarely run into people I have known in my life, and typically, if they recognize me, I'm going to go the other direction. There's not a reason to have that happen.
Charlie says Patrick Stewart never ages. He's looked 50 for 100 years.
He has.
That's the same thing with what there's a couple of actors out there that like
never get old.
That they have looked old for their entire career.
Yeah, but his accent combined with personality, and he's funny, but he's not like a comedian type of funny. He's just like that subtle funny where he just says the right thing at the right time. He's got great timing. And he's such a heartthrob.
He's so much funnier than I think
you give him credit.
Well, his characters allow.
Serious.
Yeah.
He always plays a serious character. But then, when you see him in interviews and stuff, he's freaking funny. He
has the best line of any movie in the beginning of Ted. He's the voiceover in Ted, and he's like something about a helicopter, blah 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 blah. It's the funniest. Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, and Bob Barker. I know he's nearly dead.
No, he has been gone. He almost made it to 100.
That's right.
Without going over.
I loved Bob Barker my whole life. Ever since I remember seeing him on The Price is Right, I have loved Bob Barker. And when he was in the golf movie, Happy Gilmore, and he did The Price is Wrong, bitch. That sealed it. I was like, I would take him home in a heartbeat. I would 100% marry that man. He was hilarious. Just adorable. Love that man.
Andy says, Shannon and I have to meet. Those two are awesome for me as well.
Yes.
You got a fan club. Look at you. Evelyn's saying somebody have no idea what she's talking about. She says, Shane Conrad, Robert Conrad's son. He was in High Mountain Rangers and Jesse Hawks. I have no idea what those are.
I don't know who they are.
Here, let me look them up. You're going to go hit the button.
Get the stinking beeping alarm. Ugh.
Let's see.
Nope, I'm still attached. Hang on. Here, hold that. And I can clean the blood off of my hands while I'm up.
So this is him. Yeah, I've never heard of this guy before.
Leave him up so I can look.
I got it.
Washing the blood off.
Trying to see if he was in the Brady Bunch movie. He was in NCIS, I guess. It's just like one of those things that's like just totally missed me on all levels.
Show me this guy. This guy. I don't think I've ever seen him before.
Yeah. Oh, here. Let's go put that back on there.
I'll get it.
And then put it up on so people can hear your voice.
I got it.
I hear you.
Put it up my nose.
Sean says Lizzie Hale. Mine is Lizzie Hale. I got to look up and see. I think I have an idea.
This is how into movie and TV stuff we are.
Oh, okay. I think she's singing for she was singing for Skid Row.
Show me who she is. Oh, okay.
Singer, guitar player. Now, yeah, she's filling it, like basically took over vocals for Skid Row.
Okay.
For Sebastian Bach.
That's cool.
So she's like metal, like old school 80s metal. I like it.
Nice. She doesn't have the hair though.
No, she probably would have if it would have, because she's younger than us by 5 years.
Oh, well, she needs the hair.
I think like what's the guitar player for? I gotta think of what Nita Strauss. Nita Strauss is smoking. She's the guitar player for Alice Cooper. I'll show you what she looks like because I'm sure you have no idea what I'm talking about.
I know the name. She looks like Gwen Stefani.
But her neck looks like she's related to Corpse Grinder.
Well, yeah. Anywho.
I'll tell you what. if you ever wanted to meet a wholesome guy who will terrify you to death, George Fisher. He has the nickname Corpse Grinder. He's the vocalist for Cannibal Corpse, one of the most legendary death metal bands to come out of the United States. They're from Tampa, originally from Buffalo, New York. He's like 6 foot something, 300 and some pounds, just all neck.
Oh, he's shown me videos of this guy. The dude's neck is bigger than my thigh.
He's
Like,
but he is
oh,
one of the most wholesome. Like they just been posting a bunch of pictures from their family vacations. They would like he and his kids and wife have been going out before he goes on tour.
yeah,
And like he makes these drops and he does
plays carnival games.
he plays carnival games and wins gigantic stuffed animals and he gives them to children's charities. He'll like come out with armfuls of these things and it's so awesome.
Yeah. Seems like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, I've met most of the dudes in Cannibal Corpse. I just haven't met him. If I would have hung out last time they played the Vogue for about another 15, 20 minutes, I probably would have met him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cold. It was wintertime. It was like December something.
Yeah.
And Charlie says he remembers Tekken. I remember Tekken.
I
remember
love Tekken.
it just seemed so clunky and it was kind of slow when it first came out compared to like Street Fighter 2 because it was all going for that 3D modeling thing.
You know what I liked about Street Fighter 2? Street Fighter 2, you could be the green dude who would eat the other people's heads off.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Sean says my favorite games growing up: Atari 2600, Yar's Revenge, NES, Dragon Warrior, and Super NES F-Zero. I remember that was one of the initial launch games, but I never got a chance to play it.
I feel like I played Dragon Warrior with my brother, but I don't remember it. But I know, I know the name of it. Like I know I've played it.
Yeah, Sean loves Nita.
She does though. She does look like Gwen Stefani.
And then she's got a signature Ibanez. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He said Cannibal Corpse was a Blue Ridge last year. There probably won't ever be another Blue Ridge. I don't think. That was a hot mess of a tour or of a festival.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know how much the fan base understood what was going on behind the scenes, but I've witnessed quite a few testimonials from like road managers and stuff of all these bands. A very detailed rundown of everything that happened from Electric Callboy's road manager, tour manager. I didn't really know much about Electric Callboy. They're kind of like EDM mixed with like pop, mixed with like gent and like real like heavy breakdowns. It's the most awkward, peculiar. But I saw a clip of them live the other day, and it was cool because they had like this whole thing. It was like this like like a poppy punk stewardess looking lady, and she's like, "Are you ready for Electric Callboy? They will be out in 1 minute," and was like doing like this countdown stuff. This gigantic screen behind the stage, and then and it was like all synced up with what she was saying. So as soon as she did it, they're like, boom! It was the middle of the daytime, and it still looked awesome. But then they came out and it was like, not really. Not the music.
Sound like
the music didn't catch me. There was some like cool riffs and stuff, but like overall, the music wasn't my bag.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like anything I'll listen to. I'm much more of a 70s, early 80s through 90s type of girl. Like I like 70s, like almost the folk rock, and then I like the 80s pop music, and then I like 90s like alternative.
So this Thursday,
that's sort of where I am.
I am going to be at the Black Circle, and I'm going to be seeing Tomb Mold. I'm excited to see Tomb Mold. I'm going to see Ritual for the first time, which is basically the guys from the Demiricus with a new vocalist. And I heard a little clip of their new stuff, and oh, it's so good. It's better than Demiricus. And then my good friends in Obscene are playing. So like Mike Morgan and Alfie and stuff, they're playing. So I'm excited for that. So that's going to be a fun night. Oh,
you'll have fun.
I hope so. Brenda's here. Good morning, Brenda.
She said good evening. You said good morning.
Well, I don't know what time it is.
It's late in the day here. It's not morning. He's just.
I've had a busy day. Okay, I've been to the dentist. I had to go to the tire place. That luckily was just getting air on the tires. But I did anytime in the Honda, anytime the light comes on for the tire pressure, I take it in, have them look at it, make sure there's no issues because she drives it to work and she drives at the rush hour times.
Well,
You know what I mean. You're driving in the morning time and you're driving through construction, and I'm always worried about you. So
anything to try to make it easier.
yeah,
That's the big thing.
and it didn't cost anything.
Yeah.
Jen says she's not sure what happened. Yeah, I understand. You're not listening. I think there was a box on the porch I forgot to bring in, but we'll get it.
Well,
I think it might be my chips I ordered.
Like
So remember,
potato chips or card playing chips or wood chips?
blue chips. Anyway,
Just
the high-low chips that I went to Sam's to get?
yes.
Kind of find out they were online only, so I ordered 2 bags. They were like 6 something a bag.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I apologize. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I'm just sending out some offers on eBay.
Blanca was the green dude. I worked with a girl named Blanca. I can't remember where she was from. I think she was from Croatia. Yeah, he's like, I saw the videos of the road managers. Yeah, they are done. Electric car. Yeah, people aren't even getting their money back from like this year or last year or whatever it was. Yeah. So I don't really know much about Electric Callboy. I just follow that tour manager and he's been going out with them, but yeah, I don't really know.
It just doesn't sound like anything I would be into. But again, we don't listen to the same music at all.
That's not true. We
The
have
majority
a
of the
decent
time.
Venn diagram of music we listen to.
Yes,
There's a subsect of what I really enjoy she could care less about.
correct.
There's not a lot that she likes that I can't tolerate.
Yeah. Although
The other way doesn't go the same.
today I gave somebody a bath and we had to listen to Taylor Swift through the bath. That was fun.
At least she's not awful.
No, but it's definitely an acquired taste. Some of the songs are very catchy and they stick in your head.
Jen's asking, does anybody try the Italian flavor pork and good pork rind panko? I'd like to try making mozzarella sticks. I've only bought the plain, like the unflavored ones. Speaking of that, I mean,
you could add your own Italian flavoring to it.
Yeah, it'd probably be cleaner. I mean, I don't know.
Might not be as flavorful or might be a little different, but if you already have some regular, just add some Italian seasoning to it.
Yeah, why not? That way you control it. You control.
Yeah.
I have been working on a new recipe for some chaffles.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like, they're pliable, they're soft, kind of like a white bread chaffle. So they're not real hard and rigid, but they're sturdy. And like in the middle, they're kind of moist still. So they're not overly dry like a lot of chaffles come out to be dry where you're eating them. And it's pretty simple. I think it was, I'm not going to give away the recipe just yet because I haven't perfected it. And I'm going to try it 2 different ways as I'm not sure which way I'm going to like best. But still, it was. I'm trying to remember how many. I think it was 4 ingredients. 4 ingredients. Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Yes. Well, I woke up today and for whatever reason, I was feeling like oatmeal, which I didn't even try the thing that I thought about, but
maybe we can try it after this.
I was thinking about oatmeal because I love oatmeal. I have always loved oatmeal. And I know there's things that we can do like hemp hearts and that kind of jazz. But I wonder if you coarsely ground maybe like the porking good churro, the cinnamon flavored porking good pork rinds, and put a little bit of like heavy cream in with it and maybe some butter. And if you put it in the microwave, would it be like a oatmeal consistency or would it just turn to slime and mush? I don't know, but I think I'm going to play with it and see if there's anything that we can do about it.
Yeah, because we've got a couple bags of the churro in there.
Yeah, because I want some oatmeal.
I did give away all the oatmeal that we had in there to Brandon.
I know.
He didn't need it, but so my brother, who might be listening, he hasn't typed anything in, doesn't have a refrigerator. Now, he's put probably a couple $1,000s into his truck and audio equipment, at least a few $100s into his truck, but doesn't have a fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And I even got a text from his friend the other day. He's like, he bought more stuff for his car, still didn't have a fridge. And I'm like, because that's his excuse why he can't do a good, clean diet.
Why he can't keto.
Because he doesn't have a fridge.
That's very frustrating.
Jen says her delivery was mass quantities of TP.
Good thing to stock up on.
That reminds me, I got to get some TP out of the garage and take it upstairs.
You've got to stop storing it in the garage. The paper towels were today.
They're in there.
Okay, but they were in the garage.
Yeah.
So I unrolled the roll and out came a dry, dead bug. Please don't store it in the garage.
Okay.
It's gross.
All right. I am sorry.
It was not food grade quality, as far as I could tell. Anyway.
Certainly you would both like my uncle was a cousin before she died.
I'm lost.
I have no idea what was going on.
Me neither.
Stacy is here. Good evening, Stacy.
Thanks for joining us. I'm petting a cat. Italian coating and pork bites on top of bacon. Ooh, that could be good.
Yeah. So
I
she's
like
using the pork and good Italian for coating, yeah?
Yeah.
Delicioso. You guys got more questions than that. Weirder questions. Come on now. Dig deep inside your psyche for the things you didn't know you wanted to know.
I want to know when you're going to let me pluck the gray out of that beard.
Well, never, because I'd have no beard left.
I used to pluck the gray out, and he would say every time, "You plucked the gray out. Now there's 3 times more."
They came back with friends, like I told you they would. Andy's asking, what year did you graduate high school? Well, I'm a slowhead, and I graduated in 98.
I graduated in 97.
We're the same age.
Yeah.
So you do the math.
Yeah. I went straight to IU Bloomington after high school. And then left. And
She
came
left.
back to Indy.
She left +1.
Yes. Left +1. Came back up to Indy. Tried to go to IUPUI. Could not. Like, no, this brain does not work on pregnancy. It's not a thing. So then was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years, give or take. Went back to school in my late 20s and became a nurse.
Sean's asking you, when was the last time you shaved your beard?
I shave it daily.
She's saying that.
No, okay. So as a woman of a certain age, you do get some rando hairs that are not necessarily black. They're just thicker or
And
they're
they
in
come out
weird
of nowhere.
Oh my, I swear they walk across the bed from his beard and come out of me. I've had an eyebrow hair that's been like this long that wasn't there the day before. I'm not even kidding. I don't have anything on my body that grows that fast. And the damn hair walked off of his face into my eyebrow one night. So as a woman of a certain age, you do definitely maintenance plucking. But being a nurse who works in ICU, I see a lot of females my age and older who don't have the opportunity to do their general maintenance. And I have already enlisted my daughter. She knows the drill. If ever I become incapacitated and cannot maintain this, she is responsible. I have tweezers on tweezers on tweezers. And if necessary, she can use a razor or an epilady or whatever. This can't.
A lighter.
I don't care. This can't do that. I am not a terribly vain person in general. I don't wear makeup. I don't spend hours doing my hair or anything like that. Just mostly because I don't really know how to do makeup very well. And I don't do my hair because I don't know how. And I don't spend hours on my appearance, but that is never going to be not a thing. I don't care if we have to, I don't know what we have to do, but it's never going to be a thing.
I have the shortest my beard has been It was probably just a goatee, and it was probably like, this and about that long. So just like chin length.
Mhm.
And that was 2007.
I have not ever known him without a beard.
Yeah, I had a beard since we've known each other.
Yeah.
I started growing it before we met, obviously.
Yeah.
Stacy said she's been busy in the yard. She says every time they go on a date, it's more work for her because they pick up more plants she has to put in the ground.
You need to find different places to go on a date.
I was thinking about looking at the movie times tonight and see after this was over, go see the Minions movie or whatever.
Oh, I want to see the Minions movie.
I don't know what time it starts. We'll have to look and see.
I'm already in my jammies.
That's perfect.
I know. Just bring a clean blankie, not one covered in cat.
Andy says, "You're so young."
Oh,
We're 45.
No, I'm not young. I have a granddaughter. I'm old.
Sean says, Michelle is 2 days older than me. She's 19 days older than me.
Yeah.
19 days. Robbing the cradle over here.
That's what I do.
Yeah, she graduated in 88 and I graduated. Well, I took kindergarten twice. I don't know why. I had a good time both times, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I did not take kindergarten twice, although I bet it would have been fun.
I went to 2 different schools, had 2 different teachers, 2 different groups of friends. Stacey says, babies, younger than all 3 of my kids.
Well, I don't feel babies. Being a grandma definitely makes you feel old. But I'm okay with this kind of old. I'm still young enough to get down on the floor and play and color. I still hate Play-Doh, so that's not one that's on our list. But definitely feel older.
All right, let's see here. Jen says, wait until my kids were more self-sufficient before I went to IUPUI. Calculus in my 30s hurt my brain.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So for the nursing program through IUPUI, I had to take finite math or higher. So I was like, fine, I'll take finite math. Finite math is, first off, useless, like absolutely useless. The only people who benefit from finite math are people who go to Vegas to gamble and who, are running numbers, right? So if you're an actuary, then finite math is for you. If you are, a card counter, finite math is for you. I'm not either of those things. So the probability of the number of times I'm going to pull the blue ball out of the bag that has 17 balls in it, each, red, yellow, green, blue, purple, and there's 2 of each one or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. It's literally the worst math ever created to math. Like, I even enjoyed algebra better than that. Well, actually, I liked algebra. I enjoyed geometry better than that, and I hated geometry.
My brain locked up at algebra, and I went no further. You would think I'm intelligent enough to, but they started adding in letters to my numbers, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening, and I just read a book.
See, I liked algebra. I did fine with the letters. Geometry threw me for a loop because now you're not talking about numbers on a page. You're talking about shapes that actually have physical properties, and they are multidimensional. That's hard for me. But
Andy says, wow. I'm not sure what that's for, but okay. I know that's for a comment somewhere along the way. Whoa. Sean says, we went to see Despicable Me 4 this weekend. It was okay.
I've liked all of them. There's obviously ones are better than others. Yeah. Certain ones are better than others, but I've liked all of them. Even all of the additional Minions movies and things that are
little side quest movies and stuff. Yeah.
They're all cute. None of them have been bad. They've all been kind of like, okay.
All right. So here's one that came up that for some reason YouTube didn't like. Jennifer Lucas up here sat next to an old gal in Social Security office. She had maybe 15 chin curlies and about 3 inches long. I'm like, is she blind? There's something wrong with our internet here.
Our internet.
There we go.
Are we back? Do you see us? Yeah, I don't. I don't want this.
Yeah, I made you a moderator, Jen. That way you can approve your own messages. I think.
That way, when YouTube tries to block you, you can unblock yourself.
And Scott says, and I'm back.
Nice.
I even restarted the internet before we started this thing.
I don't know why it's being wonky and weird.
Yeah, we got Google Fiber or AT&T Fiber because it's supposed to be the fastest, and here we are messing with all this stuff.
Yeah, it's supposed to not have all these glitches, but
Absolutely finite is only for gamblers.
it's just the most worthless math and ridiculous.
Yeah, math and me, we're not friends.
Okay,
I
so
wasn't even good at English, and I've been speaking it my whole life.
I like math, but I am slow. So I can figure it out. I just need time. I just kind of like, give me some paper, give me a pencil, give me 5 minutes, I'll figure it out. But I was never good at time tests. So like even the simple ones in grade school where it was addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, I could never get more than half the way finished in the amount of time that they would give us. And I'm slow with it. I always have been, always will be. But I know it and I understand it and I excelled at math. I got wonderful grades in all of my math classes, including finite. But it just is, I'm a slow processor when it comes to math things. Now, English, reading, grammar, got that. My mom beat grammar into us. I got that.
Julie in the Pines is here, and I'm pining for the fjords. Hi, you guys. Yes, a lot.
Oh, speaking of pining for the fjords, I'm sure all of you have seen and know of Monty Python, and they are amazing. But when I was in high school, all the way through my kids being little, well, middle school aged, I had a cassette tape in a car that had a cassette player until I got the Honda. I had a cassette player. Anyway, actually, no, I think the Honda had a cassette player too, so I played it in that too. Anyway, I had a cassette of Monty Python, and one of the skits that was on it was him buying the dead parrot at a bird shop. So he's not dead; he's pining for the fjords. Anyway,
No, he isn't.
this bird is most definitely dead, deceased. Anyway,
Yeah.
if you haven't watched or listened to any of the Monty Python sketches and or
did you
movies,
ever
The Life
see?
of Brian, etc.
Did you ever see the special they did on HBO years ago? It was like after one of them passed away, and like they had his urn sitting in a chair.
Oh, no, I didn't, but that would have been amazing.
He's here.
That's one of my favorite things of all times is the Monty Python's sketches. And the comedians that came out of that, I mean, just funny guys
Yeah,
doing funny stuff.
Jen says statistics. Oh, you mean nearly headless Nick?
Yeah.
Statistics is the world's most boring class.
I took nursing statistics, which is slightly different than regular statistics, and I lucked out in that class. My professor had been a graduate studies professor, and English was her second language. So when they moved her down, I think she opted to move down. I don't think she was moved down to doing like essentially statistics 101. She dumbed everything down so much. I was like, "Oh, I really get this. This is super easy."
That's the way they should do it.
I mean, you got points for showing up to class. You got points for staying the whole class. You got bonus points if you could like she'd put extra questions at the end of each test that were like super easy. And I was like, I'm winning. Everybody hated me. I broke the curve in that class. But
Rude.
I'm sorry.
I'll beat you up later for them.
I'm sorry.
Julie says, I stopped understanding math. I stopped at like just after multiplication tables and dividing. I was like, I'm done. I don't need this. And they were always like, you're never gonna have a calculator with you.
I have one with me 24/7.
Yeah. I'm like,
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
sometimes I use chat GTP.
P's and T's and T's and
Yeah,
T's.
chat GPT as a calculator If I've got really weird, like a really weird, wonky question, I can type it out. I'm like, I need to know this and this, and that's like, oh, I'm like,
I don't trust that crap.
it doesn't trust you either.
Probably wrong. Probably giving you the wrong answer.
Probably.
A while ago, I was at work and we were trying to look up celebrities' ages. And inevitably, now that they added AI to Google's search engine, every single celebrity came across as like, what was it, 34 years old.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. The kids that were in Harry Potter, not 34 years old. It was very interesting. I was like,
Rick says, I cannot keep up with all the YouTube lives. I struggle. Like I even dropped into cooking Chris cooking Nashville. Excuse me.
dear Lord, you're just having like a whole.
All right.
Sorry. I'm glad you don't have smell-o-vision.
I'm not dying. I mean, slowly, like all of you.
It's a long-term.
It's
a long-term issue.
Yeah. But yeah, I try to pop in at least to say hi, and do as many as I can. But yeah, I mean, it's just
There's a lot.
So even Friday, or was it Sunday, before I was leaving Menards, I ran to Menards to see what their selection of Shasta was, because I'm trying to find the sugar-free tiki punch. I want to try the tiki punch. Tiki room. But I can't find it anywhere. So if any of you guys find it, let me know, or buy a 12-pack. It's like $4. Next time we're in the same room, we'll do a trade, and we'll work it out. Moto in the house.
Nobody wants to work it out like that. Nobody.
Anyway,
your wife and I.
Well, yeah, going back to the thing, Rick, I was like, I was leaving and it was like 5:57, so it was like 6:00. Maitreya goes live at 6 on Sundays, so I stop what I'm doing, I go in there and I pull up her live, and it was for Monday. So I'm like, I get ready to leave. I put a thing. I was like, and I even took a screenshot of what I said and sent it to her in the messenger. She goes, "That's tomorrow." I'm like, I figured that out. That's usually on Sunday. Yeah. Analytic geometry was first, then calculus, then differential equations. I don't like that. I'm too dumb.
I don't think so.
I want to learn nerd math, but I was like, meh. I actually
You're just not nerdy enough.
I don't. My brain is too small.
I don't believe any of those things.
Jen says, I got my copy of How Not to Get Sick by Bickman today. I saw that was count, but I'll have to. Sean says, I only really love Monty Python's Flying Circus. Twit of the Month skit was hilarious.
I like that. I like the one where the complaint department, and he came in to lodge a complaint, and then it turned into him getting yelled at and demeaned, and he was like, "That's not what I'm here for."
Oh, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah. Oh, you're after like 20 minutes. It's like, oh yeah, well, you're in the wrong department. It's this way down the hall.
So Ricky used all those math skills now. Andy says, wow, for the link. No, see, for a long time, I just had, before she met me, I was doing the whole thing where, like, you'd have like the thin, I'm trying to figure out how to do this, the thin strip that comes down, it comes down here to your goatee. So I kept it real neat and tight. There's photos. If you dig into my Facebook, you can find them. I mean, you can probably find them if you dig. You can find them. Rick said, never except to teach a class. Harmless bunny. The Holy Grail.
Yes. I like, how do you know she's a witch? Because she's made of wood. Oh, I just love it. Just love it. And what does wood do? Burn. Let's burn her. Does wood float? All the fun stuff. Trying to see. You don't need to look. I'm looking. You talk.
You talk.
I'm looking.
All right. I'm going to talk and do things, and you guys.
You guys.
You guys.
You guys.
Yes. So you guys need to be asking. This is the time to ask the things you've always wanted to ask or too afraid. Yes, I'll make out with you.
Ew.
Don't say ew. Rude. You don't know.
I'm sorry. I do know. I exactly know.
Rude. Let's see. Scott says everyone thinks I use a ton of math as a tax accountant, but I don't ever really do much beyond solving for X. And I always have a calculator at my desk.
That's always a good thing, a calculator.
Yeah.
I'm forever using a calculator.
Forever young.
Oh, look at you and the boys. The boys. Those are our boys. Plus Dustin. They look a little weird on the screen that you guys see.
Yeah,
but
there's a
they're
9:10 showing if you
adorable
want to go to
me.
that.
Yeah, on the 9:10 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
9 o'clock or 10 o'clock?
9:10.
Oh, 9 p.m. and 10 minutes after. Got it.
10 after 9.
Got it.
So they give us a little bit longer to hang out here with these people. These people, as in y'all, asking us questions.
We can do that. I am going to need food before we go, though.
There's steak in there.
Or I'm going to be a mean human.
You are a mean human.
I'll be a meaner human.
Uh-oh. Let's see. I use math pretty much every day. I'm a tooling engineer, not degreed.
Look at these two. Are they not the cutest?
That's a little early photo of an early Pookie.
The early monster.
We don't show her now.
Yeah, we don't usually share her because mommy and daddy don't want us to share her. And I think that's fair because there are so many weirdos on the internet. I mean, including us. So,
I mean, they let us on here.
Right. So we don't usually share pictures of her, but oh my goodness, if she's not the cutest thing there ever was. And I know I'm a little biased.
Jennifer Lucas says bean counters. Oops, I are one.
Mm.
So do you guys know I think, is it Chinese culture, their version of a vampire, what it must do if it runs across a bag of rice? Answer below. I don't think you're ever going to find it. Do a search and put in Dustin. It may not do it right, but oh, never mind.
No,
I found a bunch the other night. I was searching through my Google Drive with all the photos, and I've got thousands of photos in my Google Drive.
Well,
Because Google Drive allows you to, if you're not saving all your photos to Google Drive, because it allows you to store unlimited photos for free. Then I also have a 2 terabyte account with them, so I can move files back and forth and save things and do stuff on, and I can upload stuff from into the video that I take from my phone at the grocery store or whatever.
There's a lot of pictures of meat. I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, I do take a lot of photos for the gram.
Mm-hmm. So it used to be on Facebook where you could search somebody and then it would say photos of Dustin, but it doesn't say that anymore. There's you and grandma.
That's my grandma. She passed away a couple years ago. Her birthday's coming up.
You know I'm going to be at work that day.
I know.
That's a better one. Wasn't she gorgeous? Anywho.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting.
Let me look and see in my Google Drive and see what I can find.
I'm looking. I'll get there. Okay, you need to catch up with comments because people
comments are already right here.
Where are I'm not looking.
Jen says Charlie introduced me to a show today, Forged by Fire. I loved it. What an odd thing the princess and her grandmother love together. There's a person that I follow on social media who was on that show.
Is that the one where they make swords?
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool. That's a cool show. I definitely like that show. Our first trip to Colorado.
Oh, wait, let's see. I know there's a photo here somewhere I just passed up.
You just passed up one of your old pics.
This is me fat with a trimmed goatee. Did you ever see that picture?
I think so. I feel like I have. You look angry.
Yeah.
You don't just look heavy, you look angry.
I was fat and mad.
Well, I'm fat and mad too. Always have been, always will be. Fat and mad. All right, we need to pay attention to our people because we're just ignoring them and being on our phones.
Andy says Google Drive is your friend. I do the same thing. Yeah, I mean, the 2 terabytes just is wonderful. I survived for a long time with just 200 gigs. That just became not enough. It was too much. It took too much time to clean it up all the time. Sean says, used to love the show. They were all about the Vikings versus the Samurai, but I can't remember the name of it. Dude, you look like an insurance guy. Mm-hmm. Here's like a completely clean shaven me.
In what, high school?
Something
Middle
like
school?
that, yeah. I don't even have that mole anymore on my neck.
Your mole.
I had that removed.
Holy moly. Holy moly.
When I used to be able to grow hair on the top of my head.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
There you go. There you are. He's, oh, nope, other way. He's that guy.
And the Necrophagius t-shirt.
That guy. He's that guy.
It's Fat Dustin and Fat Kevin Smith.
I remember that. Do you want to know what are the rudest things he's ever done?
I didn't do it. Wasn't intentional, okay?
Super rude. So we go to see Kevin Smith, okay? And I like Kevin Smith too. Mind you, I'm not as much of a fanboy as this boy here. We go to see Kevin Smith. We meet him outside. And he goes, take a picture of me with Kevin Smith. And he gets over next to him and I take a picture. And that's the end of it. Not get in here with me and let's take a picture with Kevin Smith. Get a picture of me with Kevin Smith. Oh, that's a good picture, though.
This is actually on our mantle over here or whatever.
Yeah.
You can see I had my nose ring and my double labrays.
Once upon a time.
Jahil. Jennifer says baby face.
Yes.
So Jahil has been bugging us to watch Fallout. I think we are up to, I think next we got episode 7.
I think
so. We're 6 episodes in, and we still don't know hardly anything. I know there's going to be like 2 episodes of like
lost.
information dump.
I feel very lost. I feel like there are a lot of characters I don't give a crap about. So, you know, I'm feigning interest at the moment. I like the ghoul. What's his face's name? I like him.
He's the reason I'm watching the show.
Only reason I'm watching the show.
Jahil is the
And
reason we
because you
watch the
asked
show.
us to watch the show.
Yes.
But the reality is I could give a crud less about Lucy, Maximus.
They're whiny and stupid.
I feel like they should have died by now. I mean, I'm just saying. That's just how I feel about the show. Anywho.
Sean said that's cool. Jeremiah, my good friend Jeremiah is here. Howdy, good evening. Just air fried some pork belly.
Yummy stuff.
Delicioso. Scott says, I went with a beard about 7 years ago, partially because everyone always said I had such a baby face.
You know, that's what I'm trying to hide.
I got to see Penn and Teller in 2009. We had what was row triple or double, or we had row A, which was 3rd row. There were like 2 VIP rows ahead of us, but we still got to see everything super up close. And then afterwards, I got to meet both Penn and Gillette. I mean, it's like it's on stage. Penn does all the talking. Gillette's the quiet one,
right?
And then
you mean Teller?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Penn and Teller. Teller doesn't talk on stage, but and the meet and greet.
Where'd Gillette come from?
Penn Gillette.
Oh, that's his last name.
Yeah,
okay.
Teller.
I was like another name.
Teller just goes. the whole time, and like Penn's like, "Hey, boss, nice to meet you, boss. Okay, boss. Hey, boss."
Hmm.
That's it.
He's probably tired of talking.
He probably is. And they do it like 5. I think they do it 6 days a week.
Ugh.
One show 6 days a week.
That's a lot. I can barely
they
show
make
up for
millions
one
of
show
dollars.
one day a week.
Well, you got to find the right rolling papers, okay, Jen? She wants to know how to smoke a
You
pork
gotta
belly.
pack it real tight.
Yeah. I love how when they're showing off on like shorts and stuff, new technology or new instrumentation to grind things up and put things into papers, they're actually using raw broccoli florets.
Nice.
This is our broccoli grinder. You're like,
I don't know. I don't have those things that you watch. I don't have the talk of ticks. Lucy is me, sadly.
no, I'm laughing at you. But Jahil says, you'll all know by the end. Thankfully, they don't leave too many things unanswered because they don't know if there's going to be a season 2 probably or not.
Yeah.
I love Lucy. Lucy is me, sadly.
I love Lucy as in Lucille Ball. But this Lucy.
I did like the question. They were just sitting there on the gurneys after they fell into the vault. And she's like, "You want to get busy?" And he was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he's like, "I have heard things about this and this." And I'm like,
that scene was funny.
"Yeah.
But more funny awkward, not funny
Yeah."
Anywho.
We never played the games because Sean's saying that he doesn't fish. He had to follow. It was a great game.
No, the boys did.
They played all of it. We don't know. They love the new Vegas one. We don't know anything about it.
Heard so much about these games. Honest to God, I could probably write a book about them, and I've never played them once. That's how much I've heard about it. You've got 2 teenage boys at the time playing these games, and they want to tell you everything about it. I know all the things, and I'm still not that interested in the show. Probably because I also was not
Probably is why.
in all the things that I already know. Anyway.
Scott says, I really enjoyed Fallout. I didn't know anything about it before I watched it. Love me some Goggins. Goggins is the man.
He is awesome.
He's Justified. Man, that was a great show.
That was a great show. We both liked it.
And even in like the Unicorn, he was good. He was good in Vice Principals.
That was good. I like.
We haven't watched The Righteous Gemstones.
We tried. We
watched one episode. And we just
was
never went back.
One?
Yeah, we didn't go back to it.
I didn't think it was bad. It wasn't enough to keep me going.
Yeah, I think if we would have got into it, I think it'd a little bit better.
Yeah,
I'll probably go and get that, and we'll watch it because we're gonna run out of things to watch.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the things we want to watch aren't coming out till next year. Like we like that School Spirit show, and that won't come out for a while. Julie says she's really digging the Bair, about to start the 2nd season.
We watched a lot of that.
We are somewhere. We're kind of in the middle of season 2, I think.
Yeah. So they had a scene where the Bair's mom lost her crap at Christmas dinner, and you played it for my sister.
Yeah, but I don't think it didn't translate because I think you gotta start that episode from the beginning. Yeah, to get to the. And everybody was sitting here; they didn't want to watch the whole episode, and yeah.
But I was just like, "Whoa!" Thrown back into when I was a kid. Somebody complaining that. Mom complaining that nobody was helping her get anything accomplished for Christmas dinner, but she'd shoot everybody out of the kitchen and didn't want anybody's help and trying to organize everything.
Cry that she does it all by herself.
Yeah. And then losing it. No, I have to do everything all by myself. That kind of crazy. I seen it firsthand. Just saying.
Jahil says the thing that happens on the bridge, I would probably do that. One time, 5 people wanted to fight me and a friend. I stood by a payphone telling them they were bad, and I would call the cops. So you're like, are there even any payphones left in your neck of the woods?
Are there any payphones left in the freaking United States?
There are. There's probably about 15 total, I think. And I think like 5 of those are in airports.
Nice.
Let's see. Sean says our middle son has ADHD. I understand what you mean by them talking nonstop about certain things.
Yes. I can honestly say without a shadow of a doubt, none of my children have the HD of the ADHD. They don't have the HD. The hyperactivity is not a thing in our household. They never have. They've never been so hyped up that they physically couldn't sit still. But the ADD, the thought moving, jumping, that kind of stuff, and hyper fixating on certain things, they probably all three of them have to some extent. But I never got them tested, and I just sort of made them deal with it, unfortunately.
Jen says, I managed to lure my kids away from screens on Saturday with lawn darts, giant Jenga, cornhole, frisbee golf, and it worked.
Nice. You played jarts?
Probably the kind with like the plastic cup on the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So years and years ago at an auction, I bought a box of lawn darts, the old jarts that have the metal tips, without realizing that they've not only been banned, they're illegal to own and sell. And I bought them from an auction company and had to I think we just threw them in the garbage because there was nothing I could do with them. I couldn't legally sell them.
You could. They're not. We're gonna do raid your house.
So I couldn't list them on eBay, and I wasn't going to have a garage sale.
Yeah.
So thereby, I have nothing I can do with them.
Sean says, have you watched Vox Machina on Prime? It's a cartoon about D&D characters. I am weird about watching stuff on Prime now because I pay for Prime, and now they want me to pay more to not have commercials. So I've been kind of sort of like boycotting some of the Prime stuff. I know we're talking about the show that we're just talking about, the
Ghost
Fallout show.
Oh, the Fallout, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a like some friends of mine let me use their Plex account, and I watch it through that, so I don't have to have commercials because I really disdain commercials.
Well, and if we're already paying for it,
yeah, I pay like $130 a year for it. I shouldn't also have to pay for commercials.
Yeah.
Let's see. So disappointing, no sharp tips. Can't buy clackers either.
Clackers. I don't know what that is.
I think they had like the balls in them that would spark.
I remember those.
You can buy just the plastic ones now. The ones that you like, you can go. Do you know?
2 hard plastic balls on a string. Yeah, and you smack them together.
Well, I think they're the string ones. But you can buy the ones with the hard plastic things.
Oh, they could shatter when they hit each other.
Yeah, those were like the resin balls. They're a lot different now. This is Jeremiah's pork belly. You can't see. It's very not. I don't know.
Oh, I think it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks yummy to me.
I'll buy lawn darts, he says.
They
are. All
are
right, the cops. You know where he lives. I'll tell you his address.
Long since gone. But here's my thought process with it. You're playing lawn darts, okay? I get it. A couple of kids probably lost some eyeballs. Maybe 1 or 2 died. How are you so incompetent that you would play with metal flying objects with your children and not watch them, pay attention, and maybe not play it with them while they're outside or in their general direction?
This is the picture with me and the Deftones. Probably too blurry to even see what's going on.
It is pretty blurry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you have to have some responsibility as the parent. That doesn't mean that accidents don't happen, but why ban an entire thing for a whole bunch of people when, a handful of people got drunk playing jarts and stabbed somebody else in the eye? Just saying.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Sing, Mr. Plum.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, Matt's here. Did I say hi to you a little while ago, Matt? Matt, magical magic. I think he said Sarah said hi, but I think I glossed over it. I do apologize about that. I know I read it in my brain, but I don't think I said it out loud.
About him having a smooth brain lately. It's getting glossy and shiny inside there.
Pork belly and eggs for dinner tonight.
Nice.
Delicious.
Yeah, I can't do pork belly at night.
That was the 2011. That was me and Deftones on the 2011 Diamond Eyes tour. They played and Dillinger Escape Plan opened up for him. Oh, so good.
Hmm.
That was at the Expo 5 down in Louisville, Kentucky. Probably one of the best Deftones shows I've ever seen. I've seen them probably 15 times now.
Hmm.
Let's see. We managed to play Mumbly Peg. Isn't that what you tried to get me to play in the dark? I can't. I'm not
I don't know what Mumbly Peg is,
sure.
and not get caught by your parents. That sounds super duper sketch.
It's not even dark out yet.
Super sketch.
Evelyn says, "We are home. We're going to rewatch what I missed."
Well, thanks for doing that. Sorry, it's not very entertaining. It's just us on a couch with a cat making my leg go numb.
No problem. There's no hair to protect your brain from getting burned in the sunshine.
Exactly.
Sean's like, "How long did we date before we got married?"
So technically we're not married. We've been together, what are we on, 13 years?
I don't know, since 2011, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's
13
11
years.
plus 13 is 24. So I think so. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, whatever.
So technically we're not married, and there are reasons for that. So I have a lot of student loan debt, and he has some other debt. And so if we get married, it puts, at the time he was working, it would have put his income at stake, and it will put my income at stake with what he owes. So
And what you owe and all that stuff.
leave it at that. We did plan for a wedding.
Then COVID.
And then, well, so we actually planned for a wedding after COVID. We were going to do it in 21 because it would have been
Well, yeah, we were
been
planning for after COVID, but before COVID hit.
Right. We were
Yeah.
planning for after COVID, and then COVID hit, and you got worried that nobody would show. I even bought a dress, and I told him, "I love you. That was your one and only chance. We're not doing this mess again." So there will be no wedding. We are not married, but we will be this way.
But we are married
forever. I mean,
because she's not my girlfriend.
No. And you are the beneficiary on all of our things
and all my assets and all that.
The only thing we have to do, which I keep telling him he's going to need to do soon, is to write down all of his passwords to all of his stuff. Just put it somewhere where I'll be able to find it, because I'm not going to be able to get into any of his junk because it's all online. I'm never going to find it. I'm not going to know how to do it. It's going to just be lost.
You can get into all of it with death certificates and all that stuff.
It's going to be lost on the internet. I'm not even going to know what I'm looking for. So that's the big thing for me. All of mine are already written down. I'm not savvy enough to remember everything, so it's already written down.
Jahil said, "I forgot to watch Timmy last night, and he escaped, lit a candle in a cemetery, and revived 3 witches that eat children to stay alive." There was a black talking cat too. Kids nowadays.
I'm telling you what, these kids.
Well, I hope Timmy didn't lose any fingers.
Yeah. Well, if you revive those witches, they might have eaten Timmy. Just saying. That's sort of their thing.
That one movie was the only movie one girl was actually pretty in.
Yeah, that's true.
Evelyn says we're always entertaining.
Thank you, Evelyn.
Let's see.
We think we're funny sometimes.
I mean, I'm funny looking all the time. Jen says you flip a pocket knife in the air over each other's feet.
Oh, imagine if you hit. Like, what do you win if you hit? If you cut off somebody's toe, what's the prize?
Matt said we dated for 2 weeks before we got engaged. Married 4 months later. Been together for 26 years.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got together and just kind of stuck. And then we're good. We're going to stay this way.
She's my person.
You're my people.
Joe is here.
Well, hello.
Hiya, folks. Just got in from my aunt's 88th birthday party. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We're singing it to you.
You don't know the words. Da-da-da-da-da-do. Anyway.
Perfect.
Happy birthday. 88 is one heck of an accomplishment.
Now she can go to the future.
Right? She just needs a bolt of lightning and she's good.
Yes.
Maybe a DeLorean.
Maybe her name is DeLorean. Evelyn said, we celebrate 25 years the week of the Alaskan
Low
LLC.
carb cruise, right?
No, I knew it wasn't there. I didn't knew it wasn't their limited something. or other.
Limited Liability
Yeah.
Corporation. That's an LLC, not an
Yeah,
LCC.
yeah. Whatever. I'm pushing.
And
I'm pushing out of You may consider it someday, even if you've been married 10 years. God forbid one of you dies, the other may be able to collect some of the other Social Security benefits.
It's possible. I don't know.
We'll have to see.
We'll see. More than likely, the other's going to collect the other one's debt. That's going to be the issue.
Yeah.
The government's going to go, oh, you were supposed to get Social Security? Let me take that back from you, please.
Yeah, there's no common law in Indiana anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, not here in Indiana. But my insurance recognizes him as my life partner, so he's covered by my insurance. That is until who knows changes whatever laws.
Susan and I both have debt coming from different relationships. Took 8 years to pay off all that debt, but it's gone now. Plus, the tax benefits of marriage really made it the only way for us.
Yeah, we need to work harder to pay off a lot of the debt. It's just there's with still the kids being just in their 20s, they sort of each one of them at a different time have needed a little bit of help. So the little bit extra that we have always ends up in somebody else's pocket. It always ends up buying somebody else groceries or repairing somebody's car.
Oh yeah, Cheyenne tried to get me to buy some groceries for them when we were at Sam's Club the other night. She's like, "You want to buy this for us, Paul?" And I was like,
"No." But yeah, it's just sort of that the little bit extra right now is always going elsewhere. It's always going to something.
Yeah, common law depends on the state. My cousin has lived with his partner for over 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Indiana doesn't recognize.
It doesn't.
But the insurance does, and that's important. And I filed him as a dependent on my taxes last year. Wasn't super helpful. The $500 we got as a deduction doesn't mean anything, but it was nice. It was fine.
So I think with that, we're going to go ahead and call it a night.
Yeah. You didn't need to know about our taxes. It's fine.
Well, what I'm just saying is we're going to go see that movie. We got to get you fed.
Yeah, we are going to go see the movie.
So we love you. Thank you all so very much for joining us, asking us fun questions. We'll do this again. We are coming up on about 100 subscribers to go to hit 5,000. So share us out. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell people you don't even like to come follow, like, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff. And as soon as we hit 5,000, we will be doing a giveaway. We got plenty of fun stuff to give away.
I don't even know what we have anymore.
Yeah, we got a lot.
We have things.
Yeah,
there's lots of things. I don't know what they are, but we've got things and stuff. Things and stuff you might want.
No, don't do this to us. It's not fair.
Hug Timmy from us.
We love you guys. Bye, Evelyn. Bye, everybody.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you
next Tuesday.
Oh, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be on a live with Alia, and we'll be talking about. It's on my thing. You can find it. It's going to be simulcast or simul streaming on my station. And next Tuesday, right after our live, I will be on with Homesick Buckeye on his keto cookout. So be on the lookout for that. A lot of cool, fun stuff coming up. So be prepared. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.